How I'm gonna feed my 7 kids? I have 7 different baby daddies, and none of them no good for me.
Oh my God, I covered the story yesterday. Oh my God, I fucking covered the story yesterday. This is AI. That is an AI video. Chatters, that is literally an AI video. We are cooked beyond belief. Donald Trump and the Republican Party, under the USDA, the FDA, all of our federal agencies are actually serving not the interests of the public, but working against them. And one of the things that they tried to do was to suspend SNAP funding. Now, SNAP funding is slated to run out because the government is shut down at this point. But there is a $6 billion contingency fund for emergencies for when SNAP funding dries up. Emergencies such as this circumstance. Because if SNAP, the Nutritional Assistance Program, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program specifically, were to run out, 42 million Americans that rely on SNAP to be able to purchase food every single week would now no longer have this additional assistance and would not be able to eat at least one meal, maybe 2, depending on whether they have children, depending on the number of dependents. Wealthiest country on the planet, by the way. Wealthiest country on the planet, just want to remind you. And yet, even though there was a 1-month contingency fund, because that's how much it would cost for a month, around $6 billion or so, the government tried to say, no, we're going to starve the American population. We're going to starve 42 billion people on U.S. soil. American citizens, by the way. Remember, these are almost all American citizens. Like the only marginal assistance that like somehow some undocumented person could get from SNAP is if they have American citizens in their houses. Okay? 42 million. Oh, did I say 42 billion? I'm sorry. 42 million Americans that rely on food assistance programs, specifically SNAP, and to fund that for at least a month is $6 billion. Now, these funds exist. These funds already exist. But the administration tried to the administration tried to stop using the contingency funds. And then, of course, they were sued. And a judge ruled that Trump's attempt to suspend SNAP funding was unlawful. Think about how insane this is, by the way. Okay? Let me pull you back for a brief moment. Why is this happening? Why is the government shut down? The government is shut down because the funds, the government for the government to fund itself, you need to pass a bill. Okay? And in order to pass a bill, you can't have a simple majority. You need 7 additional Democrats to be able to pass this bill in Congress, pass this spending bill in Congress. Okay? This is a point of leverage that the Democrats have. One of the few points of leverage that the minority party has. Democrats have used this as an opportunity to try and force the Republicans to concede on funding Medicaid subsidies, ACA subsidies, so that people's health care, for tens of millions of Americans, their health care prices are about to triple, okay? Their premiums are about to triple. And the Democrats say, we can't do that. We have to make sure that health care is still somewhat more affordable than it used to be. Obviously, it's already very unaffordable. It's already very expensive. But the fact that healthcare prices are about to triple and the Democrats are trying to stop it and using the government shutdown as a way to bargain with the Republicans to save majority Republicans, by the way, because when you look at the actual percentages of the population that rely on ACA subsidies, it's 58% Republican, okay? And not only that, but there's also a secondary impact, which is that a lot of places that have rural hospitals rely on these Medicaid subsidies because that's the only way that poor rural areas can even go and get the necessary health care and fund these hospitals in general when they're already in a dire state. So the Democrats are trying to save Republican voters from their own party in this circumstance, which is why I've obviously backed the Democratic Party in this shutdown. They've done the right thing. Okay? They've done the right thing. Now, Democrats are trying to get the Republicans to do the right thing. And the Republicans are saying no. They are trying to leverage the starvation of 42 million Americans in an effort not to fund healthcare subsidies for another 10 million to 20 million Americans. That is what's so crazy about this argument. Okay? Now this judge has declared Trump's attempts to suspend SNAP funding, the $6 billion in contingency funds, to not use the $6 billion in contingency funds, to be unlawful. That's where we're at. That's what's going on right now.
Reporter Sam Sweeney joining me now for more. So, Catherine, a judge says that Trump's attempt to suspend SNAP is unlawful. What more? He didn't mention anything about it there on the tarmac, but what more do we know?
Yeah, that is referring, and this is just in from, by the way, our colleague Peter Charalambos, who was reading through this ruling. This was a hearing that was heard yesterday on an emergency basis to try and get a judge to restore those funds that will be lost, Kira, as you say, at midnight. So this federal judge in Boston did rule that the administration's attempt to suspend the SNAP funding, as you mentioned, is unlawful, but that judge declined to issue an immediate order ordering that the program be funded by the federal government. So while the judge says it's unlawful, that does not mean that all of a sudden food assistance won't go away for 42 million Americans starting at midnight, as you mentioned. So this is just what the judge said, but it doesn't seem at this point that what this judge in particular said will change anything that will go into effect at midnight tonight. Now, remember, there's also another hearing in Rhode Island before a separate federal judge. So we'll see if that judge says anything different that may happen to affect the outcome of what will happen in less than 24 hours.
This morning,
I saw someone say, at least Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake, lol. Yeah. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is saying, let them eat ballroom. It's even dumber than that. He just keeps droning on and on about his stupid ass ballroom, brother, is even stupider. Donald Trump's like, yeah, you can't afford a cake. It's fine. You don't need it. You don't need cake. But what you can eat is this beautiful ballroom. Can you believe it? This beautiful ballroom that I have designed. By the way, dude, look at this. I mean, 1-to-1. Oh my God. The Trump kid is alive and well. Can you believe it? 42 million people on food stamps are 10 hours away from losing their benefits. When I first learned a toilet like that existed inside the White House, I was horrified. President Trump is making people's house more elegant and beautiful for generations to come. Dude, they are dabbing on us, okay? And not even just us, because we are already angry at Trump. We did not vote for Trump. But this is literally straight up disrespect to the millions of Trump voters that are not going to get their SNAP benefits. They are going to starve. And Donald Trump and his press secretary talking about a toilet, dude. Anyway, that sucks about your kid. What was the thing he needed to live? Medicaid or something? That's where we're at. People are going to starve, okay? People are going to starve. And the admin's talking about toilets. It is awesome. It's amazing. I have not seen a group of people so ready to be publicly debased, so ready to be ritualistically humiliated than the average Trump-supporting Republican. Whether it be the farmers that kept voting for Donald Trump in spite of the fact that he did them over time and time again, whether it be the ranchers that are experiencing the same as the Trump administration is now slated to flood the markets with Argentinian beef. I have never seen a group of individuals that are so servile, so unhuman. I don't know how else to describe it. Like so excited at the prospect of being humiliated, being destroyed by this godlike deity that they've cultivated in their minds. It is crazy. It is straight up a cult. An entire nation of cuck fetishists Oh, my Lord.
President Trump is calling on Republicans to change the rules in the Senate to reopen the government. Trump posting overnight, it is now time for the Republicans to play their Trump card and go for what is called the nuclear option. Get rid of the filibuster and get rid of it now. The move would allow Republicans to pass a bill to fund the government with a simple majority instead of the 60 votes currently needed. But Senate Majority Leader John Thune has warned against this move, saying it could come back to bite Republicans whenever Democrats take power back. Meanwhile, millions of Americans fear their food assistance or SNAP benefits will run out tomorrow as the government shutdown drags on.
I've gone to social media to ask for help from everyone that I could possibly think of.
It now appears a federal judge hearing a lawsuit over emergency funding may step in. Judge Indira Talwani saying right now Congress has put money in an emergency fund for an emergency, and it's hard for me to understand how this isn't an emergency. Republicans argue it's not that easy.
If they transfer funds from these other sources, it pulls it away immediately from school meals and infant formula.
The judge dismissing the administration's explanation, saying, I want agency action, not lawyering. We're not going to make everyone drop dead. The judge could compel the administration to release the funds, but whether the Trump administration will comply remains to be seen. And even if it does, the emergency funding available would still fall short of the monthly SNAP payouts. Back on Capitol Hill, Democrats digging in, refusing to open the government until Republicans agreed to extend Obamacare subsidies to prevent health care insurance premiums from skyrocketing. A woman we spoke to says even with the subsidies, her premium next year will rise from $495 to $753. And without the subsidies, it will more than quadruple to more than $2,100.
I want to also give you guys a better understanding of how this structure is. Are you ready for this? Because a lot of people go, oh, why are my tax dollars paying to I don't know, feed the people who are hungry, which is if you're an evil villain like that. If you are straightforwardly an evil villain such as that, the average American taxpayer spends $36 per year for the SNAP program. $36 comes out of your pocket if you're an average tax-paying American citizen. Okay? The average American taxpayer, however, spends $670 per year on corporate subsidies. $670 on corporate subsidies, $36 to feed people. How insane. And there are still people out there who act as though these people who desperately need the additional funds, which are modest, which are meager, they are tiny. There are still people who complain about that. Incredible. No. Kaya, no. What? What are you doing? No, get out. Oh my God. Kaya, out. Oh my God. All right, get out of here. Go. Instantly runs over to the mic cord. I swear to God. Instantly. Literally Crip Dog. Just a real one. I can't believe it. I don't know why. Yeah, she just got used to being electrocuted so much. She's like, I need that electrocution. Let me just sit on this wire. Hopefully it'll electrocute me. New Kaya Gate just dropped, yells at his dogs and chokes her with the wire. Yeah. Also, just like the secondary impact of refusing to fund ACA subsidies will cause rural hospitals to collapse completely. What remains of the rural hospital system will completely go away. But when you cut SNAP benefits to 42 million Americans, you're cooking the grocery stores. Because they also, like those SNAP benefits are being spent on groceries at the grocery stores. So it's basically another way that you are cooking an entire sector.
We can't afford to double what it costs for us to live just to have health insurance.
Republicans argue the Affordable Care Act, which set up Obamacare, was a bad law that drives up premiums and strains doctors. President Trump last night posting, quote, Obamacare is a disaster. Rates are going through the roof for really bad health care. Do something, Democrats.
His alternative to that is just complete chaos and complete bedlam. It's not like the alternative he's suggesting is Medicare for all, by the way. His alternative is just make it even more costly. Because that's what this is. That's what's going on. Oh, God. Everything sucks so much ass. Oh, my God.
Stacey Cox says right now a flawed plan is better than no plan. Meanwhile, as more government workers go without paychecks, more of them are turning to food banks.
Honestly, this has been devastating.
Wayne Barber says he's been an air traffic controller for 23 years.
I'm still going to show up to work because that's what I swore an oath to do.
But many air traffic controllers no longer getting paid are calling out sick, causing staff shortages and delays at major airports. At Orlando's airport yesterday, a warning that at one point there would be no certified air traffic controllers to land planes, forcing a ground delay.
A shortage of air traffic controllers was already a big problem before the government shutdown. Now authorities warn if the shutdown drags on, especially through the Thanksgiving travel period, it'll be a disaster.
All right, now back to the show. The government has now been shut down for 31 days, and President Trump is telling Senate Republicans to use the nuclear option.
Yeah, they want to abolish the filibuster. Another HasanAbi lock, for the record. Another HasanAbi lock. Dude, I'm going to get to Graham Plattner. If you conversation with Dropsite one more time, I'm going to fucking put you on a goddamn spaceship, okay? One way ticket to Mars. No return. I get it, dude. You really, 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 really want to talk about Graham Plattner. You want to relitigate it. You want to have a conversation about it. You want discourse over it. Please, okay? Please. I'm going to put you on a spaceship to the sun. I can survive that trip because I'm Superman. You can't. Oh my fucking God. Nothing for you until you fund free healthcare for illegal immigrants. Oh God. Why do leftists want to talk about Plattner so much? I don't get it. I don't know. And I don't care. I mean, I do know. It's because they want to be condescending. Leftists love discourse more than anything else. Okay. More than anything else. That's it. The Mainers don't give a shit about your concerns, it seems. Here's what I was talking about, by the way, as far as the National Grocery Association. I covered this the other day. That makes up around 12% of grocers. National Grocers Association, a pro-business trade group. This is a right-wing think tank. Oh, what the fuck? Uh-oh. A little F. Little blip that took place there, but we're back. There's a small F. We're back, it seems. God, I hate everything. It's fine. It's fine. We're back. Okay. Let's test out. Let's test out the delay. Delay test. Okay? Put the number you see on screen. Type it in the chat. 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's a 6 second. There's a 6 second delay. All right, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix the ingest. You're going to see a minor blip, a minor F in 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is. Fix the delay. We're back. Okay, delay test. Subscribe to the Piker Broadcasting Service if you hear this. Subscribe, which you can do for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, or for $6. Or you can gift a sub to someone else. Subscriptions to the HasanAbi broadcast, the Piker Broadcasting Service, will allow you, and they're totally voluntary, but will allow you to actually rewind on VODs or when I'm live. Open presents, god damn. Okay. Internet Governor, John Hugs, Blonde Bob, thank you for the 10. Open presents of 25. Hasan, my woman has been talking about you quite some time. Can you tell her to focus on me instead? No, sorry. SNAP makes up around 12% of grocery sales nationally, according to the National Grocers Association, a pro-business trade group that represents grocers. Any extended gap in SNAP payments is likely to see layoffs and possibly even store closures. Okay? Remember that. This isn't just cities. Rural areas benefit from SNAP, per the Conservative American Enterprise Institute. SNAP reduces rural poverty. Unmet needs still high in rural areas. Despite robust support from SNAP, food hardship is still higher in non-metro areas. Just like with Medicaid helping fund rural hospitals, SNAP helps fund grocery chains that are in rural areas. Who lives in rural areas, you might ask? Republicans. Okay? Republicans. That's who. Republicans are dangling the starvation of their own base of support against not giving them the proper healthcare subsidies. Okay? It's fucking insane. This is what happens. This is what happens when you are so successful that you just have to figure out exactly how cruel you want to be, in which direction. Why not both?
before SNAP benefits expire tomorrow.
This as more airports are experiencing major delays caused by staffing issues ahead of the holiday travel season.
Doug Lazader joins us live from Washington with the latest. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, everyone. President Trump says enough is enough. It is time to nuke the filibuster and reopen the government. Here's what he posted last night on Truth Social. It's now time for Republicans to play their Trump card and go for what is called the nuclear option. Get rid of the filibuster and get rid of it now. That would allow Senate Republicans to reopen the government on their own, even though Senate leaders generally don't like the idea of ending the filibuster. But pressure paid today after the Pentagon shifted some funds around, but federal SNAP benefits run out this weekend, and we're already seeing major flight disruptions in places like Orlando and here in Washington.
Look, it could be a disaster. It really could be, because at that point, you're talking about people have missed 3 paychecks. They've missed 4 paychecks. What happens when pilots start not showing up for work because they're so focused on paying the bills, they can't fly the plane safely? That's going to lead to massive delays. We want people to be able to get home for Thanksgiving.
Okay, then give the people the ACA subsidies. Give the people the ACA subsidies. What are we talking about? Whose fault could that be? Who controls the entire government, I wonder? It's fucking nutty, dude. This shameless quote from a Fox article. Fox News ran an article about a woman who posted on TikTok about how she has 7 baby daddies and needs her SNAP. Interesting news judgment. Because the government shut down, now I can't get my snaps for next month, another user shared. The user went on to ask how she was supposed to feed her 7 children. Wait, that is literally AI. That is AI. Fox News is getting fucking duped by AI. This is a viral string of AI videos and Fox News reported on it. It's a real person. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. It's over. It's over. It's over. This is a reputable news outlet, brother. This is supposed to be a reputable news outlet, brother. Are you fucking kidding me? Now I have to see the Brett Cooper video on this. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Someone send me the Brett Cooper video. Someone send me the Fox News article first, and then we'll look at the Brett Cooper video from that article. Because the government shut down, now I can't get my snaps for next month. Another user shared on social media. The user went on to ask how she was supposed to feed her. Well, I clicked on it, and it literally goes to just the media tab, by the way. That's awesome. So it doesn't even go to the original video. And then Brett Cooper discussed the woman
shut down. Now I can't get my snaps for next month. How am I feed my 7 kids? I have 7 different baby daddies, and none of them no good for me.
Oh my God, I covered the story yesterday. Oh my God, I fucking covered the story yesterday. This is AI. That is an AI video. Chatters, that is literally an AI video. We are cooked beyond belief. We are cooked. It is the same fucking script. Oh, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. We're so fucking cooked. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah, this is the last thing I want to show you about the Snap. This literally just released. My video on this just released 4 minutes ago. I covered this yesterday. Oh my God. That is fucking insane. I cannot believe it. I mean, I can't. Oh no, dude. Dude, this is so fucked. This is so incredibly fucked. Extensively yesterday, it turns out, what is Brett Cooper's Twitter at? Is it the same video? It's not. It's not. It's the exact same script. I have 7 baby daddies. All none of them want to fund my food, and therefore I rely on the taxpayer. Like, that's the AI script. It's the literal.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Yeah. These are all AI videos. Every single one of these AI videos have the exact same meta. Okay? Every single one of these has an angry, crying black woman. They all have 7 kids. They always say they have 7 kids. They always some of them bring up baby daddies from different baby daddies. Some of them don't bring it up. And then they fucking turn around and say it's the taxpayer's responsibility to actually take care of me. These are all AI videos, chatters. Okay? And I have literally seen probably 20 different versions of the same style of video.
Trump done cut them food stamps off.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio. It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2.
That's how you know it's AI, by the way. That's how you know, like, another reason why you know it's an AI script is because they keep saying it's the taxpayer's job to take care of my children. Because it's written by a fucking right-wing dickhead. It's a very specific script. Dude, we are so fucking cooked. All it takes is for you to like erase the Sora watermark
on TikTok, and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
Oh, we're so fucked, brother. We are so fucked. We are so fucked. The account has 400 followers and Fox News used it as a source.
So you might have heard.
No. We gotta, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna fucking do. This is terrifying. This is fucking terrifying, dude. This is genuinely terrifying because like there are people who are motivated to believe this shit because it is pre-existing racialized stereotypes that have worked very successfully to radicalize the Republicans and many others against these sorts of programs like the welfare queens meta. But now you can just straight up invent people. You can straight up make people that go along with people's preconceived notions, their biases, and you can manipulate public en masse. And the media plays a formative role in legitimizing these fucking AI slop videos. I'm pretty sure the Daily Wire posted an AI video of your parents conspiring to build a secret harem to dominate humanity, dude. No, I know. That's the other thing. Like, this is also fucking terrifying because I don't think it's AI. I think it's paid actors reading a script. It looks too realistic for it to be AI generated, in my opinion. The likelihood that this is like 20, 30 black women that were specifically paid to run the same exact script. If it was, then they would have fucking changed the script up. They wouldn't have the same exact script. It is definitely AI. There's also a guy who broke down exactly why it's AI as well. Because here, I'll show you. We'll watch it again. But there was a dude who actually goes through a lot of these viral AI videos. But in some of the videos, you can see like children in the background. Some of them don't have arms and shit. Some of them are like melting into one another. The only ones that are more convincing is the ones that are straight up just your head, maybe sometimes your hands as you're speaking in your car. If there are more elements that the AI is supposed to adjust to, that's usually when you can figure it out. Here it is.
Here's how we know and why it matters. It's made by impossible_ASMR1, who, after 8 failed slot posts and a 3-month break, decided that Sora could finally make their dream.
Anyway, go watch my video from yesterday if you want to see, because I covered all this shit, including this exact video.
Content. Videos of black women trying to use EBT in places it's not accepted. True creativity unleashed by AI. The shutdown created an opportunity to have them yell at the camera, but it's not till the whole family's back there that the full racist stereotype is fulfilled. This is rage bait and will get angry commenters.
Yeah, you can see one kid doesn't have an arm. You can see another kid in the background, like merging into another kid.
Who, when they learn it's AI, will say, oh, but it's true anyway, which of course it's not, and that's cope for being played. They were so played they didn't notice the kid missing half an arm while the other kids are frozen in place for no reason, and these down here are warping together. They were too focused on this fake AI person cramming in a script that they used 3 other times for their other fake AI people. I will gladly not.
Yeah, you can also notice if you've seen enough AI slop, you can figure out when the vocal distortions take place as well. There's also I saw the Neil deGrasse Tyson video this morning. It's fucking terrifying, okay?
Down AI rage bait of all kinds and from anywhere on the spectrum, because it's part of the same problem. Casually letting our feeds slip into fake, parallel AI universes that exist only to divide us.
Like, this kid is frozen. That kid in the background is
this is
fucking
AI.
frozen.
Here's how
this kid's face is fucking frozen. It's like, how is this any different from Fox News spreading 100% misinformation for decades? It's just instead of words, it's video now? No, there's a major difference. There is a major difference. Fox News, not the opinion editorial side, not the editorial side at all. Fox News still has a digital team that is supposed to at least lie by omission or lie by cherry picking data. Like, there is a difference between the way that, like, the New York Times lies, for example, when they fucking listen to whatever Israel is saying and then just go, the IDF says this, right? That's a way that the mainstream media still tries to maintain a shred of credibility while simultaneously misinforming the public. This is just straight up misreporting. This is straight up not reporting the truth. There's a difference between someone just being like, there are baby mamas according to these according to these videos, there's women with 7 children from 7 different baby daddies that are complaining that the taxpayers are not footing the bill, right, of their irresponsible behavior. Like, that is a complete fabrication. That's not omitting key details. That's not actually that's moving in a very dangerous direction, where they're not even engaging in the act of deceptive messaging or deceptive framing. They're just straight up inventing fake evidence or going along with falsified evidence.
Because of the government shutdown, now I can't get my stamps for next month. How am I feed my 7 kids? I have 7 different baby daddies, and none of them no good for me. It's the taxpayers' jobs to make sure this happens. So taxpayers, y'all out there, I need y'all to make this happen next month.
This is the same exact script as all the other ones. I don't know if this is the original video that was a real one. I don't know if this is a real person or if it's an AI fucking account that they designed specifically, or if it's just rage bait. Okay? It could be rage bait. Even if this is the original video, all of the AI videos are using the exact same script. Okay? Like, look at this shit. Attention, a food stamp caseworker found dead. First 48, somebody done snap. The government shut down and my job not paying me. Let my stamps don't hit. Even if this is a paid actor or an OG content creator who's just like straight up a real person, okay? Straight up a real person. The exact same script has been getting pumped as AI. The exact same script. In this circumstance, what you're supposed to do is verify. In this circumstance, what you're supposed to do is find who this person is. And maybe to the best of your ability, go through their background here to see if this is a real person or fucking, this long convoluted plot, if it's AI or not. Or go and find out who this person is, check their background, see if there's veracity to their claims. Viral clip of
about 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week.
Yeah, this is a real person, okay? This is a real fucking person talking about SNAP benefits being cut. Glad you are finally diving into racist rage bait channels. This is why white people happy are claiming black fatigue. I need to see more of this.
Yeah, that nigga just called me talking about I'm sick of your monkey ass. I told him. You got
Shut the fuck, shut. I understood the assignment. Did the assigner of the assignment understood who they were assigning the
You
assignment?
gotta do what you gotta do, so I'm here at the 8 office not giving a fuck.
Rule number one,
you gotta be quick.
What the fuck is this?
Because of the government.
I feel like this isn't your first rodeo covering and exposing racist rage bait channels. No, I have not seen this before. This is fucking crazy. The left needs to start using AI if we want right wingers to stop and realize AI is bad for them. Fight fire with fire. No, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
Somebody better bring me some. Please bring me some. Come on, man.
Don't act like you forgot.
Oh, baby, we about. Bro, I'm telling you, I still can't tell if this is like this video she posted says she's a mother of 4.
They say keep posting content, so I'm just gonna keep showing up until y'all catch on all this greatness over here.
Wait, so this is a real person. Channel only began September 26th. You know how many white people love cosplaying as black people? Wait. Glad you're fine. So what is this like a rage bait channel? This is like a person who has an inconsistent story and they're just trying to do like racist engagement bait, leaning into fucking racialized stereotypes and shit like that. Oh God, this is so fucking insane. Yeah, there's no children, but maybe she's like, she does actually have children and she's not showing them. But like, Walmart had me fucked up. Let my stamps don't hit 11/1. Mama gonna make it happen with or without a man. Let's eat.
Really gonna miss these days when these kids move out, okay? You're gonna miss these days.
That's a different lady, by the way, I think. It's a different person's voice.
So, trick or treat. Here's what I have for my trick-or-treaters. All right, hold on, let me get this candy. This is what I have for my trick-or-treat.
Yeah, those steaks were from 2021. For the record, this is a meme. Like, this is not real. This is not a real photo that she took or anything like that. Obviously, this is a meme. She's like posting, I think, a different sticker. But like the meme itself, I don't know where it originated from, but the meme itself is even older, especially considering that the meat expiration date on it is 2021, as you can see here. It could be stolen videos with the text that they add on top of it.
Cardi B on TV, y'all. Look at Cardi B. Look at Cardi B. So I need this message to get out to like everybody. Like, get this message out to everybody, because for one, I'm so tired of y'all steady bashing these people or me or whomever may be getting EBT. I'm so tired of y'all bashing these people's. Like, what's the point? Why are y'all making fun of people who getting EBT? Like, y'all just do not know what people is going through or what's their situation to why they're receiving EBT. Y'all need to learn how to humble yourself and just shut the fuck up, because for one, them tables can turn real fast and God can take anything that you got away from you, and then you'll be looking stupid and shitty and be wishing you had EBT.
Okay, this is a normal take. This is a rational take.
So guys, since we got the government shut down and there's families out here that need food.
Yeah, that nigga just called me talking about I'm sick of your monkey ass. I told him.
Shut the fuck up. I understood. Number one.
Because of the government shutdown, now I can't get my stamps for next month. How am I feed my 7 kids? I have 7 different baby daddies, and none of them no good for me. It's the taxpayers' jobs to make sure this happen. So taxpayers, y'all out there, I need y'all to make this happen next month.
Taxpayers need to pay up. I need my stamps next month. I don't care what nobody says. Just give me my money. Bro, this is literally the identical fucking script to all of these other AI videos. What the fuck is going on here? We watched like 10 different videos. We watched 10 different fucking videos with the same exact script, and they were AI 100%. I don't think this original video is. I think this might be a real person. I don't know if she's trying to rage bait. I don't know why she made this video. It seems like she doesn't have 7 children. Maybe she saw the AI rage bait and then thought, oh, I'll go viral if I say this. Do not engage in rage bait on TikTok. I saw a decent abuser post both sides of Hasan hate to maximize the engagement. No rage bait. What? Dude, what the fuck are people doing on TikTok? My guess is she saw the AI videos going viral and she copied the script. She's clearly rage baiting because she has 4 kids in an older video and 7 in this one. Yeah.
Don't act like you
taxpayers'
forgot.
money. Please don't cut off my SNAP benefits. Bitch better have my money. I'm calling all you punk taxpayers to the front. I'm sick of y'all acting like we can't. Fuck y'all. Bitch better get my money. I don't fuck with my stamps, bitch. Dude, what the fuck is going on here? Why are you even doom scrolling on TikTok? Because this is something that I covered yesterday. I also tested generating Sora clips using the API and could not believe the outputs have no visible watermark or content credentials metadata. I still don't know if that's on purpose or an oversight because they don't answer my emails. Tech giants keep touting a system they built to label AI-generated content, so I checked. They're not using it. I generated a video on Sora and confirmed it had the content credentials metadata, which marks it as AI-generated. I posted across social media. Every site stripped the metadata off my video. Not only YouTube displayed any indication that it was synthetic, hidden behind a menu. Okay, listen, I don't know how deep this fucking well goes, but I do know that there are a shit ton of fake videos out there, okay? There are a shit ton of fake videos out there. These are either directly fake videos, okay, created by random fucking AI-generated videos from random AI-generated channels, or potentially these are people who are seeing the AI videos and then saying the exact same thing within the AI videos. Okay? Racist influencers using OpenAI Sora to make it look like poor people are selling food stamps for cash. Yeah, the U.S. government shutdown has officially reached a month in length, the second longest federal funding gap on record. The longest is 35 days, by the way, and we're slated to pass it. That makes it a perfect storm for chaos-fueled Trump administration, which now has a de facto kill switch that Elon Musk Doge couldn't even dream of. As the shutdown drags on, it's wreaking havoc on the nation, leaving millions of government workers without pay. As a consequence, the U.S. is suffering issues like sporadic airport closures, massive delays in small business loan processing, issues which surely have a negative impact on GDP growth. One of the most pressing issues, however, is the shutdown effect on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, commonly referred to as food stamps. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, which oversees the program, had warned that the program's 42 million recipients would likely go without starting on November 1st. Though, as of October 31st, a judge blocked the White House from suspending the program. Where the fight goes next is anyone's guess. But the eruption of discourse about food stamps has been influenced by a disruptive new force, generative AI. And specifically OpenAI Sora 2, the video generation engine responsible for filling social media with incredibly realistic fake clips. One clip, clearly labeled with a Sora watermark, nabbed nearly 500,000 views on TikTok alone. It shows a black woman explaining to a local news reporter how she sells, in air quotes, her government assistance for cash. I'm going to keep it real with you. I get over $2,500 a month in stamps. The AI-generated woman explains. I sell them $2,000 worth for about $1,200 to $1,500 cash. Here's the video. We saw it yesterday, but here, we'll watch it again.
I get over $2,500 a month in stamps. I sell them $2,000 worth for about $1,200 to $1,500 cash. That's why everybody's upset. Folks say we're taking advantage, but that's how we get by.
And that's the frustration we're hearing out here in downtown Atlanta.
Most social media users replying in the comments appear oblivious to the fact that it's AI. This isn't about feeding their kids. This is about getting her hair and nails done, one top comment read. Even more troubling are those who realize it's AI but run with it anyway. That's AI, one commenter notes, under a version of the same clip uploaded to YouTube. But that is what is happening, another replies. Despite this fabrication, yeah, they go, oh, it's AI. And then the person goes, well, it's a real thing that's happening. Who cares if it's AI? Okay? But that is what is happening, another replies. Despite its fabrication, the clip highlights genuine Snap trafficking issues that have long been existing in our society, another caption of the same real claims on Facebook. On Elon Musk's X, formerly Twitter, the right-wing influencer Mila Joyce shared the video uncritically to her 426,000 followers. What an absolute scam. Removed, it managed to receive over 1.7 million views, boosted by fellow right-wing accounts, as well as X's own summary tab on today's news. In reality, data shows that food assistance fraud is incredibly rare. A 2024 analysis in Mississippi, for example, found that the state's 390,000 SNAP recipients, only 592 individuals were investigated for misuse of funds. And only a third of those probes uncovered evidence of actual fraud. It also bears mentioning that SNAP is dolled out via a plastic debit-like card, not literal stamps that can be easily bartered on the street. Unfortunately, the use of AI to generate egregious misinformation about the disadvantaged doesn't end with manufactured SNAP fraud. For example, a YouTube account called Buffet Battle has a nearly endless feed of obviously AI-generated clips showing poor people, many of them black, demanding tomahawk steaks, stealing food, or rioting in Walmart after their government food benefits run out. Some AI clips only have a couple thousand views, but many do 5 or even 6-digit numbers boosted by noxious comments.
I got 4 mouths at home. What am I supposed to do now? Y'all knew winter was coming and you still stopped taking EBT? That's cruel. We can't wait months for y'all to figure this out.
These videos traffic in vicious stereotypes. Heavyset black people become violent thieves when benefits lapse, while poor whites have thick Appalachian accents, gnashing on deep-fried possum with rotting teeth. Each reel is a shot of espresso for anyone cheering on a lapse in a desperately needed food aid to the country's most needy. This slop apparatus does more than just generate clicks. Its despicable effect is to manufacture consent for undermining SNAP, a program that feeds roughly 42 million poor and working people across the United States. According to the Nonpartisan Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, over two-thirds of SNAP recipients are either children, elderly, or disabled. That is the reason why they keep saying, oh, I have 7 kids with 7 different baby daddies, by the way. Okay? Because the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program is supposed to be given to people when they have mouths to feed. Which, by the way, who gives a fuck if someone has 7 kids? Of course, they need to be fed. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just telling you what the common meta is and why there is like, why they are constantly acting as though this is a real thing that's happening all around the country. The reason why they're saying that, the reason why the AI script is saying that over and over again is the racist stereotype that is utterly ridiculous when you think about it. But the racist stereotype that like black women are specifically having children out of wedlock. They're not actually having kids with, you know, in a 2-parent household. And they're doing this just so they can get one on the taxpayer, specifically the taxpayer, to fuck over the taxpayer. That is the argument that racist Republicans advance in an effort to undermine these benefits programs, even though 37% or 36% of the beneficiaries of SNAP are white. Okay, 25% are black, 36% are white. There are far more white people than there are black people in this country, and there are far more white people that take advantage of the SNAP benefits. Not that it fucking matters, because if you're poor and you need this assistance, you should get it. It is not even costly to the average taxpayer, as I explained to you earlier. $36 from your tax dollars go to fund SNAP. For the average American taxpayer, it's only $36. I wish it was $100. I wish it was $1,000. Who gives a fuck? Okay? And this is, if you're not familiar with this process, this is the age-old welfare queen's argument. Okay? This was a devastating point of propaganda that allowed Americans, or that justified the erosion of the American welfare state under Ronald Reagan, and then absolutely the final blow was under Bill Clinton. Okay? I've lost count of the amount of sore AI videos that are being made that continue using black women as the face of SNAP. I told you guys this last week, and Mila and her blue check has over 25K followers. The uphill battle we're going to be facing with how AI will be used. Yes. This is a way to try to use pre-existing white supremacist sentiment to get white Americans primarily on board, or just rich Americans in general on board with the notion of, get Americans on board with the idea of cutting SNAP. Okay? That's what this is. It originates from Ronald Reagan using the historic example, a very popular example from history, the idea of the welfare queen. Okay? Able-bodied workers with at least one child who receive SNAP, a whopping 89% of them have jobs. Put another way, AI has become a powerful tool in perpetuating the myth of the welfare queen, a harmful and unfair stereotype dating back to the days of Ronald Reagan. In the wake of the largest transfer of wealth from poor to rich in the country's history, this kind of misinformation helps blame the victims for the poverty it helped create. Yeah. Incredible. There are no food banks near me, and there is a very real chance I might starve come next month. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's one Facebook post reactions. We are so cooked. This woman says she has 7 kids from 7 different dads, and it's the taxpayer's responsibility to feed them. Yeah. Kimberly A. Thomas is probably a fucking whole ass boomer that is now posting 4chan memes that she saved on her phone as a reaction image to a fucking AI TikTok video of a black woman screaming to the camera angrily and in an entitled manner, demanding that the taxpayer foot the bill for her having 7 children with 7 baby daddies that are not around. It is a completely, it's a ridiculous racist stereotype that is supposed to invoke anger out of the person that is completely and utterly oblivious to how this stuff works. It's unimaginably cruel. Yeah, this is the welfare
this
queen.
is another fascinating, controversial part of his rhetoric, is the welfare queen narrative that he popularized in his 1976 presidential campaign.
Right.
Yeah.
While he never explicitly mentioned race, the story played on existing anxieties about welfare abuse. And contributed to a growing resentment towards social programs. It's a tactic that continues to be used in political discourse today. It's a powerful example of how he framed complex issues in ways that resonated with voters.
This is also AI. Jesus fucking Christ.
This is a program.
Yeah. And there is many different versions of this racist ass fucking lie. Rob Schmidt. People are using their SNAP benefits to get their nails done, to get their weaves in their hair. This is a really ugly program.
You have this is a program that has exploded over the last 20 years, and we are just dumping $100 billion a year into a program that we all know is being so woefully corrupted and exploited. And people are selling their benefits. People are using them to get their nails done, to get their weaves in their hair. I mean, this is a really ugly program. It's weird to me to hear Josh Hawley screaming that we have to protect this, and that we're not talking about why is it so ridiculously expensive and exploited, and what can we do to make it better?
I just provided my colleagues another one of my charts yesterday that showed from the inception in the 70s until President Obama, we would...
Roach commented on this post. Didn't Asmongold literally use food stamps when he was growing up? There is no chance that he's anti-food stamps, bro. That's fucking crazy. I would be... Where is it? The way it works is that people who have food stamps trade their card for cash, usually at a rate of 50% to 80%. Many people do this. It's a common practice with people who have more balance than they need for food. I was on food stamps before. If you were, you would know this. Oh, my Lord.
Somewhere between 6 and 10% of Americans on food stamps, right? Then Obama came in, dramatically increased flex of eligibility. Now it's between 10 and 15%. Right now you have 42 million Americans. 12.3% of our population on food stamps. That is not a metric of success.
One of the craziest aspects of this is that every dollar spent on SNAP, regardless of how it's spent, even if it's on fucking nails, apparently, like these guys are claiming, every dollar spent on SNAP stimulates the economy by adding $1.8 back into the economy. Okay? Because every dollar you give to the working poor, rather than the dollar that you give to the capital owning class, ends up being spent. It ends up literally funding the grocery stores, for example. This is one of the most pro-capitalist arguments you can make for it. One of the most pro-capitalist arguments you can make for any kind of stimulus package or any kind of subsidies given directly to the people rather than corporations. This is why I brought up the fact that even a right-wing think tank like the National Grocery Stores think tank still understands the importance of fucking SNAP benefits. What is so crazy about Asmongold's reply there is, and I'm sure he will say, well, you know, I wasn't saying we should cut it. I'm just saying that it's a thing that happens, right? But what he fails to mention here, like the argument here that they're presenting, is that if it means that like a hypothetical black person is potentially getting her nails done, if they have additional SNAP funds that they sell for 50% at the cost for cash so they can go get their fucking nails done potentially, a hypothetical black person misusing SNAP funds is unacceptable to the degree willing to cut my own SNAP benefits that I'm using for food. Because that's the argument. That's what this is. That's what the fuck is going on here. When we talk about welfare queens, that's what the argument is.
Success. It's a metric of failure. And no, I mean, that program needs to be dramatically reformed. We are making way too many Americans dependent on government. That's what Obamacare did with the Medicaid expansion, which is really pushing out disabled children from care because of, people, because they get paid more, would prefer providing medical services to single, able-bodied, working-age childless adults. I mean, it's sick. I mean, the damage Democrats do with their supposedly well-intentioned programs, but completely poorly designed programs, is incalculable.
Yeah, I don't think they're even well intentioned. I think it's all just a game to get as many people on them as you can, because then you've got a very reliant base of voters. If they need that program, if they need that money, they're always going to vote for you. So it's just a game of how many can we get on there, and that's why the moment you start talking about doing it responsibly, they freak out, because that's going to be cutting people off of it. I mean, that's the worst thing for their product.
I can't argue with, the Democrats are all about growing government, which means making more Americans dependent on government.
Yep.
That's not the way to improve our society and really improve those people's lives.
This is so fucking devastating, dude. This is... My dad actually used that argument about disabled people not getting the benefits. To me, a blind person, Jesus Christ. Now watch the viral TikTok of the real person for the reality of how important food stamps are. Yeah, here is a non-AI, actual real person. Or not like a fucking rage bait account like the other account that we were looking at potentially. Here.
About 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day, because I personally need to eat more in the middle of the day to be able to accomplish all that I have to do during the day. By dinner time, nighttime, whatever. If I'm hungry, I can just fall asleep through it. It doesn't really matter. This was before we were about to lose our food stamps. Mind you, we both work. I've worked since I was 14 years old. I have a college degree, but because we have children and because aftercare and before care is too expensive, I've taken a job that's basically minimum wage so that I can be there to pick up my kids. I cannot fathom what we're going to do without that food stamp money, because if I already couldn't eat dinner with that food stamp money. So yeah, I'm glad some of you are happy. About 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day, because
It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok, and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
Crazy freaking lady. It's insane. This is literally insane. You're telling me that it is my responsibility to make sure that your children are fed? That it is all of our responsibilities to make sure that you keep a roof over your head, that you are able to afford your life? Not with that attitude, ma'am. You whipping off your glasses. And she's so angry that she's not into TikTok, and she's demanding that the people who follow her, these 2,000 people, aren't sending her 50 cents. Ma'am, that's not their responsibility. That is not their job. You are not entitled to their money.
I have not received.
I can't even see what the original account is, because she took that from Eric L. Daw, who is, I think, a right-wing a Twitter poster. So I don't even know if this is rage bait, real, AI. I can't even fucking find the original video.
No food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My
That one was in the AI montage, though.
cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok.
Clip her face and Google reverse image search it. One of the other parts of this conversation that is getting lost in the is this AI or not is that, yes, I'm totally on board with paying to make sure her children are fed. Okay? Yes. Like, that's the other side of the story, which we can't even get to. I don't give a shit if she comes across as entitled or angry in this moment. Even if this is not a real video, or even if this is a real video, sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's $36 goddamn dollars out of the average American taxpayer's wallets that go to feed children. Okay? Yeah, I think, controversial opinion, children shouldn't starve. Like, I can't believe that that's the other side of this argument that we haven't even... Yeah, it's from Gunther Eagleman originally, and then posted by the other dipshit. And it's the compilation of like black women talking about food stamps being cut. Wait, she does the same exact thing in both of these videos?
No food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending.
Yeah, I think this is AI, by the way. I think this is AI. Look, she takes the glasses off.
Hold.
Look.
My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job.
Puts it down somewhere, and then instantly the glasses
pay
are
for my
gone.
kids to eat.
No username, so we can't even fucking figure out. Yeah, reflection on glasses is strange. Earrings look kind of weird. The other thing is like AI videos also are like somewhat blurrier too. Don't deserve to have a cookie and think they're the good guys. When I go to the store and see them advertising big tubs of chocolate chip cookies at EBT eligible, it makes me not care about things getting shut down. Oh my God. Exactly. Dug a bit deeper. The person from earlier seems real, but they didn't post the same taxpayer do something video to Facebook or Instagram. Everything else was cross-posted. Now they only post reels on each platform. Please stop reflecting on this as if there's any uncertainty. It is AI. We've already established this. No, the one video that we found, check his bio, Christian, anti-communist, many such examples. Dude, we are so fucking ruthless to the poor in this country. We have a genuine, we have this genuine inhumanity, this broad inhumanity that we demonstrate so freely when we are talking about poor people, and especially if they're poor and black. Oh my God, especially if they're poor and like black or brown. Holy moly, people go crazy mode, dude. Where's Kaya? I zapped her so hard she died. She perished. She pee-pee-poofed. I electrocuted her so hard that she evaporated like a fucking cloud of mist and dust. Is that good? You want to fucking go clip that and post it and be like, Hasanas. Yeah, there, you got me. That's what happened. Or perhaps, just like any other day that you could have actually been in here, you would have seen that sometimes she's not on fucking camera. I wonder which one of these two things is the likely scenario. That she gets to roam freely and in and out of the room with regular frequency, or that it's a major conspiracy. This kind of goes along with the rage bait shit that we were looking at, which is you see rage bait that corresponds to your previous biases, okay, and you immediately lean into it. You immediately agree with it, and then when you're faced with the reality that it's actually not, real, you go, oh, this change that I'm seeing, okay, in real time doesn't correspond to what I previously had developed as an opinion. So instead of assuming that maybe the developed opinion was wrong, I just find a different reason as to why it doesn't correspond to my previous opinion. And then people basically fucking double down and triple down. Just like when people see that these videos are AI, they go, well, it's a real thing though. Well, it's a real thing. So who cares if this is an AI video, but it's a real thing, right? Like, do you see what I mean? Look, in this situation, they themselves to believe that Kaya is always locked and trapped in these confines, right? And when they don't see her, they go, oh, there must be some alternative reasoning for this, and not that the previous thing that I believed was false. And when I go, yeah, you're wrong, and demonstrate the stupidity of the argument that you're advancing because it doesn't literally meet the reality that you can observe in front of you in this moment, you go, why are you being so defensive? That's it. Yeah. It always comes down to, says a lot about you that I believed it, libtard. That's what it is. Says a lot about society that I could be led to believe it. No, it doesn't say a lot about society. It says a lot about you, dumbass. It says a lot about you that you're fucking stupid. Like, all the while, there are these stories of people that are suffering, that are desperate, and maybe even fucking angry, okay, in the process of expressing their desperation, that they might not be able to feed their children. And people point to those examples to be like, well, you see, none of them deserve the SNAP benefits. Fascists will waste your time. They will never concede because they're only doing it to entertain themselves. Shout out the thoughts line. It's true. Yeah. God damn, dude.
If we think about the history of the narrative around a welfare queen, it really comes out of some of our most foundational tropes about Black women and Black people.
She's the craziest and the laziest.